Who are the top visuals of fourth-generation girl groups? Fourth-generation idols refer to groups that debuted after 2019 to 2020. The third generation was led by Blackpink, Twice, and Red Velvet. From then on, K-pop began to explode in the overseas market, led by BTS and Blackpink. The current fourth generation inherited this popularity. The difference from the third generation is that the current fourth generation is a dark age for boy groups, and a warring states period for girl groups. Also, the number of members in groups has decreased significantly. Until the third generation, there were more than 8 members on average, but now the average is 4 to 5 members. In other words, unlike before, it is now a strategy of a small elite, and a representative successful case of this is Blackpink. All 4 members have become global celebrities. They are also active as ambassadors for luxury brands like Chanel and Dior. There are currently many girl groups that have followed in the footsteps of Blackpink. They also have outstanding looks. Who are the visuals that represent the fourth generation? 1. Karina aespa. Karina is the leader of aespa and the main visual, or rather, she is called the best visual of the fourth generation. She has such a perfect appearance that she was nicknamed She has an unprecedented appearance among all idols. She is not only pretty, but her face is also seriously small. People who have seen her in person or on video say that she looks unrealistic and that her face and proportions are not enough. She has the ideal height of 168 centimeters and a solid mid-body. Her real name is Yoo Ji-min. She was born in 2001, Gyeonggi-do, and grew up in Bundang. When she was young, her original dream was to be a flight attendant. She received a casting offer from an SM official on Instagram and debuted as a trainee with aespa. Everyone has different tastes, but Karina is known for her visuals that ignore even those tastes. 2. Jang Won-young. IVE center Jang Won-young is a rival who is different to Karina. If Karina is a cat, Jang Won-young is closer to a rabbit. That's why she's nicknamed the Rabbit Princess. Compared to the cold beauty of Karina, Jang Won-young has a juicy face and a refreshing feel. Also, their fan bases are a little different. Karina's fans are in their 20s or older rather than their teens. Men like her more than women. Jang Won-young is crazy about teenagers, and there are many men but women like her more. She is called an everlasting idol because she is an idol who comes once in a lifetime, and even many celebrities admire her appearance. In particular, unlike her cute face, she is 173 centimeters tall and has very long legs. To that point, they say they even shortened her legs when retouching the photo. She was born in 2003 in Yongsan, Seoul. She became a Starship trainee after being street-casted after attending her older sister's graduation ceremony. She won Produce 48 and debuted as itzy. Among the 12, she boasts of superior and overwhelming beauty that makes her worthy of being the center. 3. Newjeans. IVE. Newjeans, the leader of IVE, which Jang Won-young is a part of. She is as popular as Jang Won-young, but when you look at her appearance, she is not as good as Jang Won-young. She has a pretty face, but she looks a bit masculine, so she feels handsome. She is 173 centimeters tall, similar to Jang Won-young, but she has a more balanced body compared to the skinny Jang Won-young, giving her a more mature feel. She was born in Daejeon in 2003. She became a trainee after auditioning for Starship in middle school. Like Jang Won-young, she debuted as itzy through Produce 48, and since then the two have become a soul duo, leading to the current IVE. She is said to have been greatly influenced by Kwon B during her time in itzy and is currently playing a leading role as a leader. She is showing great performance as a representative all-rounder with visuals, vocals, dancing, and even entertainment skills. Jang Won-young is definitely superior in appearance, but in terms of body and charm, when I saw it, there were many opinions that a Newjeans was more attractive. 4. Newjeans. Newjeans is a group where all members have center-level visuals. Each member has a different characteristic and unique charm. Newjeans is a group without a concept of position, such as center or leader. There are many different favorite members, but there are definitely some members who are mentioned a lot. The most representative one is Harin. However, since it is such a global group, it is said that Hani is preferred a lot overseas. Harin was born in 2006 in Donggakgu, Seoul, and spent her school days in Enyang, Gyeonggi-do. She passed the audition for HYPE and dropped out of middle school. It is said that she was often street-casted in front of her school before becoming a trainee. Like Karina, she is considered a representative cat-like member of the fourth-generation girl group. If Karina is a sexy cat, Harin is a cute baby cat. In particular, her eyes are really big and she has a face that is both chic and cute. In fact, Harin is not a cat-like member but an actual cat. It is the academic consensus that the cat has a human-like appearance. 5. Minji New Jeans. Minji is considered a representative visual of New Jeans along with Heron. If Heron is a cat-like member, Minji is a puppy-like member. She has a classic appearance that resembles Olivia Hussey. She is a doll, so she has a high nose bridge and a pure atmosphere. Plastic surgeons also say that Olivia Hussey and Minji look alike, and a famous magazine selected Minji as one of the top 3 stars who resemble Olivia Hussey. She is tall at 169 centimeters and has long arms and legs. They say that when you see her in person, her aura is no joke. However, because her nose bridge is high and her T-zone is distinct, Minji has a bit of a masculine personality like a newjean. That's why adults thought she was a boy when she was a baby. She was born in Chuncheon, Gangwon-do in 2004. She studied hard since she was young and prepared to advance to higher education. She attended a practical music academy, and on the academy's recommendation, she applied for an audition at Source Music and passed. She transferred to Sinsa Middle School in Gangnam, Seoul to become a trainee. They say that at the time the school was in chaos because a new transfer student was so pretty. 6. Sulyun Unmix. The face of Unmix and actual center Sulyun. Appearing like a comet, she is threatening Jang Won-young's position, having a face that looks like a mix of a deer and a rabbit. She also has the feel of Sona and Kiwi, who are seniors from the same agency. She has a very short lower body and an unrealistically small head that fits a child's mask. Her real name is Sol Yoona, born in Daejeon in 2004. She was a natural beauty, winning the Pretty Baby contest when she was a baby. A special lecturer who came to middle school noticed Sulyun and introduced her to JYP, where she passed the audition and became a trainee. However, she passed auditions not only at JYP, but also at SM, YG, and Fantojo. She revealed that the reason she chose JYP was because she had been a fan of Twice for a long time. She is also very talented, and her voice is especially good, so she is called the voice fairy of Unmix. 7. Yoona Itzy. Yoona, the youngest member of ITZY and the official visual, has big eyes that look like she came out of a comic book. She has a height of 170 centimeters and a pelvic bone that makes you want to dive. The video of her covering Lee Hyo-ri's You Go Girl at the music festival was considered legendary, and even put to rest the suspicion of pelvic bone addiction. Yoona was born in Wonju, Gangwon-do in 2003. She spent her school days in Suwon, Gyeonggi-do. She played floorball from elementary school to middle school at Hakyeong Elementary School. She even went to the national competition as a representative of Gyeonggi-do. Then, she happened to go to the KBS Music Festival, was noticed by a JYP official, and was cast. ITZY, which Yoona is a part of, had a big impact when they debuted, but their songs are not that great and their impact is decreasing as time goes by. The members have good visuals and skills, but they are taking a regrettable path. There is definitely a problem with JYP's planning ability. 8. Kazuha lesserafim. Lesserafim, consisting of 5 members, is said to have no visual holes, and the average appearance of the members is outstanding. However, the most representative visuals are Sokola, Chaewon, and Kazuha. Kazuha has a warm and beautiful aura like Suzy, and is gaining explosive popularity. Her real name is Nakamura Kazuha, born in 2003. She was born in Osaka, Japan. She is Japanese. She has been doing ballet for 15 years since she was young. She was a ballerina who took the elite course. She even received training at a ballet school ranked in the top 10 in the world. K-pop was popular in her middle school time. At that time, she was so attracted to Blackpink that she was shocked. After that, while studying abroad in the Netherlands, she auditioned for HYBE and passed by incorporating ballet into BTS choreography. She is 170 centimeters tall, 12 centimeters taller than the average height of Japanese women, and has a balanced physique due to her long-term ballet training. 9. Sokola lesserafim. Sokola is another visual member representing lesserafim along with Kazuha. She is a typical cat-like beauty doll. If Kazuha is a warm beauty, Sokola is cold and proud, and her overall facial features are very three-dimensional and gorgeous. That's why she feels like a Chinese beauty doll, and to this point, she is actually more popular in China. Her real name is Miyawaki Sokola, born in 1998. Like Kazuha, she is Japanese. She was born in Kagoshima, Japan and grew up in Fukuoka. She was a member of the Japanese girl group HKT48. She debuted as EZ1 in Korea through Produce 48. She was a huge fan of Red Velvet before she started working in Korea. She says she dreamed of becoming an idol while watching Girls' Generation when she was in elementary school. From lesserafim, Kim Chaewon and Han Yoon Chae are as popular as Sokola and Kazuha. Even though everyone has different tastes, some are considered to be on another level. Personally, those are Karina and Jang Won-young. I think these two are undoubtedly the most spotlighted in Korea right now and are without doubt the visuals of top 4th generation girl groups. Except for these two, the rest of the people I introduced earlier are definitely unique and pretty. I think the only current idol who can compare to these two is Blackpink's Jisoo, but since she's from the 3rd generation, let's leave that out. Except for these two, who do you think is the top 4th generation girl group in terms of looks?